Westward Expansion, History on Paper. Throughout the 1800s and even later, many immigrants moved from their old countries to the United States. Many of these immigrants were influenced by American letters, which were sent from newly settled immigrants to their friends and families back home. These letters were sometimes even posted in newspapers overseas and affected why some families decided to move to America. For these immigrants, the United States was often a land of opportunity. Once the immigrants arrived, they were almost immediately able to get a job to earn money, then buy their own land to farm. Many immigrants were pleased to find the land beautiful and extremely fertile compared to their old homes. Immigrants that farmed were able to harvest their own crops and make money off the land. As well as making money through farming, immigrants were able to make money through other ways as well. Some settlers were even able to make money by selling the sweet sap from the trees that were commonly found around the land in America. While some immigrants moved to America to find more opportunities, families that already lived in America decided to move out west to make a better life for themselves. While men often enjoyed the journey to the west and were more willing to leave their old lives, for women it was harder to accept the separation from their friends and family. However, in the end, the possibility of gaining a better life for their children was more important than staying where they had. While the journey was hard, the women enjoyed the beauty of the surrounding nature and found themselves imagining what their new life would be like. Some imagined cities, with many settlers already moved in. However, when the journey was over and they reached their new homes, what they found was very different from what they had imagined their new lives to start out like. Instead of cities, most settlers lived in pioneering communities with tents instead of towering buildings. There were many different reasons for Americans to move westwards. Cities were already growing overcrowded and polluted. After some land became too expensive to keep or became completely worn out after harvesting too many times, families called squatters often decided to move from their own land to continue to provide for their families. They were able to settle on new land and sometimes even keep it for a few years before they started to have to pay any money or taxes. Once at their newfound land, they built a temporary cabin and made clothes themselves to adapt to the new climate. On the river, trading boats came to bring them the necessary supplies to last while their crops grew. Though the first year was sometimes hard and sickness came upon the unacclimated families, gradually the family increased in strength, and they were able to sell their harvest, gain profit, and buy items such as livestock. During the period of westward expansion in the United States, many families and immigrants moved to make new lives for themselves for various reasons, and they all had many different experiences. However, brave families and individuals would continue to move westward until the early 1900s. The end.